Good morning, Facebook, YouTube. I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about my journey and how God is just really showing up in my life after I decided to allow Him to take charge. And it's still a process. I'm still trying to learn how to allow Him to just take charge. So here I am. I'm in El Paso, and I got my job back. I feel like I got my life back. It's just everything is. As soon as I decided to seek the kingdom first, he started to add everything back, and I mean everything back. And I'm just again blown away. But number one, I've finally prioritized. What's the most important, which is the kingdom. So every night I go to sleep, God puts me on another mission, and I know that I'm on the right track because whenever I got the call to come back, I asked God to show me a sign, show me, you know, if this is exactly what you want me to do. And He's been talking to me in numbers, and I've been seeing 333 everywhere. So that's what I expected to see, and so this is exactly what happened. The new address for our company has 333 in succession. And since I've been here in El Paso, I've been seeing it everywhere. And 4-4, I've been seeing it everywhere. Actually, I uploaded a video, I guess a couple of weeks ago, about a dream that I had about leaving Earth. And I understand that the number 44 is the number of judgment. I still haven't researched that exactly myself, but I'm hearing it everywhere from a lot of people who have been interpreting dreams and all that good stuff. And I hear that it's in somewhere in Revelations. And again, I know that Obama's the 44th president, and now he's trying to run, and now he is running for a third term. And all these bills that were passed, and or these laws that just been passed past couple of days. So anyway, that's another story. This is just an update to let you know that, and God has been working. He's working. He's working, and that if you totally depend on Him, and if you have no doubt, if you pray and cast your care and have no doubt that He is more than able to exceed your expectations of Him. He wants us to expect so that He can exceed it. I mean, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. I'm blown away. But I just want to continue to be obedient and continue to walk in His favor so that, He can continue to do that. I'm not in it for that. I just want to see His face. I just want to make sure that I'm ready because I know that He's returning very, very soon. So, an update on here in El Paso. I'm staying at a friend's, a co-worker's house, but she's a really good friend as well. And her and seven to connected to that dream that I was just mentioning. In her address, it says 744, and I know that the time on that that video is 7 minutes and 44 seconds. So again, I'm always trying to make connections, and out here in El Paso, it's beautiful. I can see now. I can completely know. God knows I've been wanting to see the sun and moon and stars and the sky, and out here you can definitely see it. West Texas, period, you can see it. And also, I wanted to mention while I've been out here, I have I okay. Well, what I do is so that I won't get so caught up in Christ is coming back, and which I'm completely consumed by that because of what He has been showing me. Oh my gosh! Oh, there's so much to talk about. But I will tell you this is go watch um, the Book of Eli. Watch that movie, and there's just so much in that movie that it's just it's a very. I was watching with some coworkers here, and I asked one of the coworkers, I said, when do you think that this takes place? Like what time period? He said 2020. And I said, why would you think that? It's only like 6 years away. And after you watch the movie, you're like, wow, this actually could be true. And it all lines up with just everything that God has been pouring out, the spirit that has been poured out on all people, all flesh, letting the dreams and visions that people are having, um, um, that are in direct dealing with the end times and with the return of Christ and with the rise of the Antichrist. And it's just it's there is, like I heard someone say, there's a snowball effect that's happening. It is. It seems like every day that I get up, God shows me more and more and more and more. And I ask every day, I get up and I say, God, lead me to all truth. Holy Spirit, be a lamp unto my feet and guide me to the right pathway, because I don't want to be deceived. And I know that that was the thing that Jesus said, do not be deceived, to the disciples. So the book of Eli, there's so much there's so much in it. And also, I think it's kind of like a sequel to Fallen. Denzel Washington in that movie wasn't really a believer. He was, but obviously when Azazel came and he was reading Revelations 18:2 and all that stuff, that's also talking about end times. And I remember seeing that when I was a teenager, and I remember how it made me feel. Obviously it invoked a lot of fear, fear of the demonic activity that is going to go on. But the sequel to it is the power of God and the mission, that the assignment that Denzel has been sent on, and why everyone's blind in the movie, what's going on. I mean, it's just end time prophecy, that movie. It's just so good, and it's so funny because when I was out of God and I was in pride, and I was in flesh, and I was in myself, carnal minded, I could not see the spiritual aspect to that movie. And then now that I've been spiritually just on this walk with God and the Holy Spirit, and on this fascinating journey that He has me on, and He's kept me through it the whole time. Um, I watched that movie, and I was watching it with my coworkers, and I just could not. Out of the heart, the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The abundance out of the abundance of the heart. I just kept talking about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Look, that one of the guys got killed, and he was on the wrong side, but his death was a little slow. He pulled out the knife, and he saw God. He got on his knees. And this is the guy that was like the bad guy's right hand man. Got on his knees. Got out of the driver. I think it was when it was the car crash. They caught her, and I guess the Holy Spirit, because she was just got saved. She was sent into the. See, I can interpret it. I can interpret that that movie for you. Gosh, it's so good. But she was sent into the room to get him to be tempted by lust, and he just wasn't. He was like, "Look, I'm on a mission. I'm not even about to deal with that." And then he converted her. There's a war. There's a war going on. Satan wants us to be consumed by our flesh and the works of the flesh, which talks about Galatians 5, and the lustful desires, and give in. And then that's why the what is it called, the spirit wars against the flesh. They're a war at each other, and sometimes you win those battles, and sometimes, sometimes the spirit wins those battles, and sometimes the flesh wins them. It all depends on what you're feeding your soul. That's why Satan is after your soul. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because now I'm preaching again. That's not why I wanted to do this video. I just wanted to do this video to let you know that there's much going on. There's much going on, and I still cannot get a really good night rest because I listened to Luke. I think, oh my gosh, just 8 chapters or 9 chapters of Luke on YouTube, falling asleep to it, and it was just, mind blowing. Oh, mind blowing, because I've seen Jesus now, and a totally different manner. I just, whoa. And that'll be another video. But okay, so she in the not Deja Vu, and the Book of Eli, she got saved, and the Holy Spirit was leading her. It's almost like that's what's going to happen. Those with the people that doesn't get raptured up, or maybe it's I don't know if it's pre-rapture. I really don't know. We may have to go through a time of calamity, to where our gifts that have been laying dormant in us are now being accessed, kind of like Heroes, the movie. I mean, that show Heroes. It's like that show Heroes so much, but that I know I have the gift of healing in me, and God is walking me through, kind of like a rapid class of healing, so that whenever I make it through this arduous journey of healing, HIV healing, and all this stuff, once I'm on the other side of it, that He can really use me, because He doesn't want to use junk. And right now I'm junk, and He's trying to get me out of the junk stage to the glory stage. So so He can use me, so that whenever I'm in the glory stage, I know where to give it. That I'm not taking it on my own, and I have to stay humble. So yeah, I believe that there's going to be a time I'm going to be bringing healing to the nations, because it's going to be needed. It's going to be needed. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be hurt and blinded by the calamity that's going to be happening on the earth, and wounds and all kinds of things, the plagues and all. I mean, so I know that. I just feel it in my bones, in my spirit, in my soul. I feel this mission. And she turns over back to the movie. She chokes the guy, the driver, and the car goes tumbling, and then I guess he gets something went into him. He takes it out, and I guess most people cry out to God in the time of in the time of going like I did, and He'll answer you. He's faithful and just. I mean, he's so merciful. He's so merciful. If you just really cry out to Him and believe and no doubt, He'll be there. So that guy he was a bad guy the whole time. That's why people, when they say, when you get to heaven, you're going to see people that you don't necessarily think that they would make it, is because right at the end, they gave their life to Christ. This guy, if you look at the movie, I never got it until I watched it. But he pulls whatever, I think it was something that went inside of him, and he had, mere seconds before he was going to die. And what he did was, he listened to the Holy Spirit, got on his knees, and he received the glory. He saw the light coming, and he got on his knees, and then he dies. And it seems like a funny scene how he does it, but now I see it, and it's like, now he's one of us. Right at the last moment, he switched over to our side. It's a war. It's a war, guys. Okay, I'm going to end this video. It's 3:13:30.